So, starting over because my phone decided to have a fit and not record not save the original video and stop right in the middle of it. This is just a video on vacuums I just recently got fixed or just recently acquired. This is a Nilfisk Advanced Power One. I got it off of eBay about 10 years ago. For the longest time, I didn't have a base for it until I got my Tenant Ultra Glide. Stuck a base plate on this thing and didn't like the noise it was making, so I took it to a vacuum shop. And they told me I had a bad motor. Kind of called their bluff, so I did some self-diagnosis. Bristol bearings are bad. Runs and cleans fine. It's just a little noisy. There's a video of this thing on my channel. There's not a video of this on my channel because I just got it fixed and now it smells like a basement. Kenmore Progressive with direct drive. Nice machine. Runs perfectly, it just smells like a basement. Electrolux Prolux Plus. Took it apart and gave it a tune-up. Now it cleans a lot better than it used to because 12 years of crap building up. Oreck U Pro 12. Video of the Electrolux on my channel. Oreck U Pro 12. Video on my channel. Had an issue with the connection between the brush, the vacuum head, and the body, and that the connection was loose and it would disconnect at random times. I messed with the contacts with a screwdriver of all tools, and I got them to hold good enough for my uses. Only thing wrong with it is missing that little door, which I cannot find. I can't find the one that came off of the machine, and I can't find a replacement. Oh, and the back door has a bit of an issue. One of the holders at the bottom, the hooks at the bottom, is broken off, so it just kind of hangs open like that. But if you watch on the video, once you turn it on, it sucks in and seals fine. Not a bad problem to have, but you know. Rubbermaid CV12. I do not have a video of this on my channel yet because I got it, the belt, and it was bad, and it smoked it. The belt broke and it got sucked up into the fan. So I finally have all that carnage dealt with. Didn't damage anything, it just left rubber everywhere. And also when I got it, the previous owner decided to put the bag on backwards and then try to bandage up their mistake by using electrical tape. Took off all the electrical tape, turned the bag around, fit together perfectly, and now it looks like any other CV12, which is manufactured by Perfect, based off of a Sanitaire tradition. Here I have my two Koblenz commercial Endurance U800s. You can see they have different colored cords. The one with the red cord I got first. It's in really good shape. It's just dusty from sitting. It hasn't had a lot of use. Runs great. Brush roll still looks brand new. And I don't think it's been replaced because with how tight everything was down below, I doubt it's been replaced. So, not a lot of use on it. At least not till I got it. This one with the gray cord has had a lot of use. Well, a fair amount. Motor sounds a little more worn. Brush roll was shot when I got it. I presume they found it in a closet somewhere, just like they did with this thing. And The back door was bad because I saw what I presumed to be the back door that came off of this thing, and it actually had a hole in it. It was cracked and it had an actual hole in it. So they put a new back door on, and they discovered the brush was bad, so they just pitched it. This thing, I don't know why they pitched it. Maybe because, I don't know. Well, they've got CV30s now, from what I can tell. So, I don't know. Yeah, I've got two of them. Love them. They're great machines. These are based off of the Series CS69. I recommend it, but I wouldn't pay retail. If you can get them used cheaply enough, and if you know how to fix them up a bit, great deal. Here's a Tornado CK141 Pro. I also dumpster dived it from the same place I got the two Koblenzes. This and the Koblenz with the gray cord were thrown out together. Motor in it is bad. It's an absolute screamer. And the brush roll bearings are bad, but instead of paying $44 for a brush roll on a vacuum with bad motor bearings, I just put new brush strips in it, and it actually cleans really good now. Just a little noisy. Videos of everything but the Sanitary and the Electrolux. The Sanitary and the Kenmore are on my channel. Just an FYI. And you can see vaguely where I scrubbed off the place's initials. Oh, and it also doesn't have a lower cord hook. None. It just has this upper cord hook, so I used the hose to hold the cord in place during storage. I mean, not a terrible machine. I've used worse. And by worse, I mean a Shark. But not my favorite, especially when next to the Koblenzes. I'll take one of those either day. Castex Light Track. I got this from the same place as well, shortly after I got the Tornado. This thing must have been sitting for a while, because it was dusty when I got it, and you can see it's still a little cruddy from sitting. It's really not in that bad of shape, to be honest, given the age and what it's been through. When I got it, needed a bag and both belts. This has two belts running in parallel, I guess you'd call it. I say side by each. Two bolts running side by each, same with the Tennant Viper. Both belts needed to be replaced because they were both snapped. They were the old black rubber ones. I replaced them with the clear synthetic rubber ones, and two of the screws were so rusted in, I had to dual them out. So now the base has two less screws holding it on, but I don't see any difference. Overall, a very nice machine, but it is a clone of the Electrolux, but in this case it's going to Pullman Holt sitting next to it, as you can tell. I do honestly prefer some aspects of the Castex. I do prefer some aspects of the Electrolux. Combine the two and you'll have the perfect machine. And lastly, on to this Pullman Holt. This thing I got most recently. Video on my channel. I would presume this is late 80s, because this would have been the first round of vacuums the college bought, and I think they started in earnest, at least in that building, in the late 80s. It's not in that bad a shape. It's a little dirty, a little cruddy, but it doesn't really sound the best, though. After all these years and all this use, it's just kind of worn out. I like the paint job, though. The cream and the red look good. I have a video of it on my channel where you can hear it's obviously worn out. It's old enough to have this style switch. And the residential style cord which I think it's replaceable, and it probably should be replaced because that there's some damage to the cord right in that strain relief. So yeah, and these are all the ones I could dig out. I've got a couple others, but they've been on the channel as well. So yeah, this is just an update video on all the vacuums you haven't seen in earnest, at least not for a while. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.